As would be expected, there are different sides to the cabinet reshuffle by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu this morning on the front pages of the papers. Let's begin with the Nigerian Tribune. 429 days after, Tinubu rejigs 49-member cabinet. And it's quite a load right there on the front page in the riders. Details you'll find on page 3. Of course, the pictures also give you some idea of those that are coming in and those that have been dropped. Front page of Daily Trust, Tinubu sacks 6 ministers, appoints 7 others, reassigns portfolios to 10. Cabinet still overbloated, according to CSOs. Lean government workforce will cut wastes, according to an ex-PAMSEC. Will resist attempt to scrap Niger Delta Ministry. Find the details of that story on page 4. That same story is repeated almost the same way on the front page of the Vanguard newspaper. Tinubu fires 6 ministers, hires 7 new ones in cabinet rejig. Stories on page 5. Names Bianca Ojukwu 6 new ministers, redeploys 10, appoints Shehu Dikko, chairman National Sports Commission. Buhari's ex-minister takes over Labour, SGF, HOS working on merger of ministries. All of these you find on the inside pages. Business Day, Tinubu appoints 7 new ministers, reassigns 10, sacks 5. Ojukwu Oduwole make lists. Ministry of Regional Development, National Sports Commission emerge new ministries. Find the details on the inside pages of the paper. This Nigeria, why Tinubu fired 5 non-performing ministers, ex-education, women affairs ministers, Maman Ohanenye allegedly dropped for controversy in varsity board's constitution in discipline, respectively. Reassigns 10, appoints Ojukwu's widow, 6 others, scraps Niger Delta Sports Ministries, merges tourism. The details on the inside pages of the paper. Blueprint newspaper is an angle to it. Clark rejects scrapping of Niger Delta Ministry as Tinubu drops Tahir 4 other ministers. It's mad change in nomenclature. NDDC remains, according to Idris Momo. Maiha heads new livestock ministry. Buhari's ministers Dingyadi Dare return. Yewatda replaces Edu at humanitarian affairs. Bianca Ojukwu, 5 others in. The front page of the Guardian newspaper is a little cautious. Cautious optimism over Tinubu's reshuffled cabinet changes. Details you'll find on page 6 of the paper. If you look at the front page of Daily Independent, mixed reviews trail Tinubu's major cabinet reshuffle. Others. President hires 5 new ministers, names 7 new ones, reassigns 10, abolishes Niger Delta Affairs Sports Development Ministries, wants appointees to set Nigeria on path to irreversible growth. There was no basis for scrapping Niger Delta Ministry, says Clark. Former Minister Dalong opposes scrapping of Sports Ministry. Ubane Shele react over ministry overseeing development commissions. The details on page 29 of the paper today. Daily Times. Tinubu sacks 5 ministers, reassigns 10 to new portfolios, charges newly appointed ministers, reassign colleagues to see their appointment as call to serve Nigeria. President has no basis to scrap Niger Delta Affairs Ministry, as according to Edwin Clark. Nigerian News Direct has explosive reshuffle. Tinubu appoints 7 new ministers, dismisses Maman Ohanenye, others. FEC scraps Niger Delta Sports Ministries, establishes regional development. No basis for scrapping. Clark rejects dissolution of Niger Delta Affairs Ministry. Honor Omokri commends Tinubu's appointment of Ojukwu as Foreign Affairs Minister. The details of that story you'll find on page 13. And these are the front pages of some of the papers today. Let me draw your attention to what we have on the front page of Daily Independent newspaper this morning, where the FCCPC is blaming green hoarders for rising food inflation in Nigeria. Make of that what you will, but if it's as important as that, and the federal government agency is pointing attention to the fact that those who hoard brains are partly responsible for food inflation, I think it is something that we should give attention to. So then, what do we do about it? So when they say that grain hoarders are responsible for food inflation, exactly what do you make of it?
saying that the submission of the chairman and CEO of the organization, the executive vice chairman, beg your pardon, and CEO of the organization is one saying that the people who hoard grains, they are responsible for rising food inflation. The question, there are so many questions around that one, but that's just one of the elements. How about the other elements? How about the elements of roads, logistics of moving these products across the country? How about the costs of transportation of food? Back in time, we heard that it was the rail lines that moved food and allied products from the north to the south. I remember that I have used those trains for that purpose before. So
as would be expected, there are different sides to the cabinet reshuffle by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu.